If you got three. If you get three, speak only of one. If you get three, speak only of one. If you get three, speak only of one. I genuinely have no idea how much recording time I have. So I'm going to, yeah. Support those who support you. Remember, support those who support you. I'm conflicted. You have pirate and share this rate. Both of them sound good. Post it right away to everyone, or share this right away to everyone. Oh Jesus, man, I gotta take. The man's name, not the boy's name, because he's not no boy, but he's behaving like one. Roger Jackson. The man never showed no kind of remorse for what him do. The man is there blaming the cameraman. Crazy. Him belong in jail, for real. And everybody love Rampage, but him son for their prison. Him son for their prison, bro. Him son for their prison. Him for their jail. For they in a prison. You can't do that to somebody. It's different if you and him were fighting. And that's why you have rules in MMA, and that's why the refs are there. And that's why the ref them have to know how to fight. Because if you did that try fight the ref, they're not docking your pay. You know, you do that crap in the UFC or in any organization, you can't fight for nobody ever again. Now, sometimes MMA guru might he might be a little bit too emotionally invested. So sometimes he might say things that might be a little bit unnecessary. Right? Sometimes that might be the case. So there are times when, you know, him go aboard, not aboard, him go overboard a little bit sometimes. But other than that, you know, if somebody, when it comes to breaking the news on anything in the line of the industry, you can take him at him word. But sometimes him overdo it. Sometimes. Now, I think what he said gave the wrong, it sent the wrong message. Because when you call him a dumb animal, knowing full well that they used to call, you understand, darker skin color people porch monkeys and all of them something there, and basically dehumanizing them. When you call him a dumb animal, if you call him a Neanderthal, it would have probably work out better if you did. If you call him a Neanderthal, if you said, oh, this is a, him not, you know, him is a caveman. If you say caveman or Neanderthal, that would have better. I would think. Right? I would think. But yes, this no. This is a marathon. I am doing this because I want to see how long I can keep this going for until my capacity has approached its limit. So let me apologize for the rambling, right? Yeah, I guess this can be called a make we stop hate and go to the 1Jankro. And you know what? Fine. If it lands on my desk, and it's not necessarily about what I normally talk about, it's all about accountability anyway. So let's hold people accountable, regardless of whoever them is. So no matter who you be. If you're a battle rapper, we'll hold you accountable. If you're a mixed martial artist, we'll hold you accountable. Right? If you're a pilot, if you're a chef, you know, if you're a nurse, if you're a doctor, no matter, we're holding you accountable. Yeah, man, we're holding everybody accountable. You know. And I don't know. I mean, sometimes we get a little bit too emotionally invested a lot of the time. So sometimes, and you know, sometimes I catch myself, like if I find myself going a little bit, you know, like OD, you know, or OP, as the anime community they call it, OP. Yeah, sometimes you just dial it back, you know. But sometimes you're doing it for the fact that that's your genuine reaction, your genuine response in the moment. That is why you have to be. That's why you have to do multiple takes on anything that you're either writing or uploading. Because if you do the very first thing that come to your mind, it might send out a message that you never necessarily was trying to send. You understand? You know. So that's why, you know, you do some practice run. Because like I have a lot of hot takes on anime. You see me? And I have to rehearse them. Rehearsing. Let's say for example, I disagree with what people say about Sakura from Naruto. And I disagree with what people say about Eren from Attack on Titan. And I might disagree with how people view One Piece overall, right? I might do that. You see me? And no matter what, it don't matter. You could have said it in a soft tone. You can say it in your angry tone. You can say it in whatever tone. Your tone does not matter. Once people disagree with that, you know how it go. Like, though if you're going to have people that go, like I saw somebody say to me, like they saw that I said that I like Korra more than Aang as an avatar. And the man said I need to get cognitive and psychological help. You know, and I'm just like, for the most part, fuck you. Fuck you. Right? And I'll just say that blatant. Because let me just tell you why. I have a mind for myself and I think for myself. So I don't need nobody to try overwrite nothing that I come up with. You understand? So fuck you. I'm not even gonna go hide and talk with that one day. You know, because at the end of the day, I am not going to be overwritten. I'm not going to be brainwashed. I have a mind for myself. And that's what a lot of problems, that's how the problems arise. I need to say what you are thinking. No. Because I am not AI. And I am not typical social media. You understand? I think for myself. I think for myself. So when I sit down and wait for nobody for give me a script, for read off of that and say this is what you need to say and this is how you need to say it. I don't need no teleprompter. No. I know why I don't like Ang. Ang is a child. Ang is a child. And he was not. Anybody else could have been the avatar and I would have been fine with it. It could have been Sokka. I would have been fine with that. It could have been Toph. I would have been fine with that. It would have been Katara. Or even Zuko. It could have been anybody. But Ang, from them time to now, I still hate Ang. Niggas act like, oh, the protagonist is always a good person. I don't like Goku. And I don't like Vegeta neither. Do you know how much people put Vegeta up on them chests? And walk around like, say, Vegeta is not no role model. Vegeta is a bitch. He's just a whiny bitch. And he never stopped being a whiny bitch. I don't like Vegeta. And I don't care what nobody wants about that. Like, that, it is what it is. I don't like Vegeta. I don't like Vegeta. I don't like Goku. The only reason why I started liking Vegeta is because he's a lot less, what you call it now? I guess a lot less full of crap by comparison to what him used to be. So him kind of grow up, but other than that, I still don't like him. I don't like Goku. I don't like Vegeta. I think they're annoying. They're annoying protagonists. Yusuke Urameshi. He might have moments I'm gonna like about him, but for the most part, come on, you have a grade about 97%. It's only 3% of things that I don't like about Yusuke Urameshi. It is what it is. I hate Inuyasha. Fully. I hate Inuyasha. Inuyasha is an idiot. Like, nah, I don't like Inuyasha at all. I like Sashomaru. You see that? But even him now, him have him little moments where I'm like, bro, could you just overlook your hatred of your brother and work together to do something? You know what I'm saying? Like, just overlook it this one time. You see me? So that's you see, that's what this is about me. You know, I can if you want to know why the page is called what it's called, it's so that you understand that this is now unfiltered. This is unfiltered. You hear the truck them in the background. You understand? There's no editing. We're not editing this. Ain't no edits. No editing at all. Just the raw marathon of me saying, yo, is either I like this or I don't. Is either I rate this or I don't. You understand? Like I mentioned Roger Jackson. Him for their prison. Don't care. Favoritism or not. You see me? Cain Velasquez, you heard his story. You heard his situation. His daughter get touched by somebody and that man touched that person with a bullet. No, I believe crimes like that should be pardoned. I believe so. Because you're doing the world a favor. You're doing the world a favor. Get rid of them. Get rid of them clot. And when I say get rid of them clot, I mean literally. Shot them till the fabric disappear. But then you say something like that, you hear so, oh, you're spreading hate speech for talking about justice and how it should really be applied. You know, and you know what? I can give you every one of my justifications. Cause watch this. You have Aaron. People talk about him, right? Oh, genocide is wrong. If you were put in the shoes of Aaron Yeager, you'd have started rumbling earlier. I'm gonna ask you, tell me I tell you that. Because people are acting like that's the first thing he wanted to do. If it was the first thing he wanted to do, nobody could have stopped him from doing it. And if he was truly evil, he would have killed his friends and then did the rumbling. But here's the problem. He wanted to save his friends. So killing his friends in the first place, what would he do after him do that? He would have killed himself. So it is what it is. So ironically, everything he did was for them. And then on the other hand, they were at the summit and they were listening. And the people kept chanting, what? Send them all to hell. Send them all to hell. Send them all to hell. Send them all. That's all they were chanting. They were saying all the Eldians on Paradise, the island devils, they need to go. Send the island devils to hell. Send them back to hell. So when he hear that now, he's saying, we can't talk to them. That was their last chance, and that's what a lot of people don't get. Think about you having a conversation with your ex, and you say, may I give you one last chance in this conversation what me I gonna have with you. One last chance. They don't even know that you're giving them one last chance. And unfortunately, that is a toxic trait that a lot of us have. We're talking to you, and sorry, I try to figure out what my dog I do. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can get something for him. Well, yes, there we go. Hold on. There we go. Something. Yeah. Because he needs something for do clearly. Alright, he got what he wanted. Okay, now he decided to give me back. Fine. Let me get it. You're running the wrong way. Hey, this way. Oi. So, what was I saying to you? Yeah, if anybody else was Aaron, you'd have started rumbling earlier. You would have. You see me? You would have. I mean, he the steps that he took to get this thing to happen. Yo, it's the most meticulous he has ever been in his life. That's not Aaron. Aaron is not one for subtlety and them way there. Aaron is normally an animal. But guess what? Him go over the so. You know what kind of dedication it takes for take a knife and cut off your foot and pretend to be an injured Marleyan soldier? You know what kind of dedication that take? Come like you don't know who you are talking about. This is the same man who literally do this for cut himself. Him not even use a knife like everybody else. Him bite in him own finger, brother. Right? Cool. So what that tell you? What that really tell you? He's an animal. So he's not a thinker like that. You see me? He's not a thinker. You see me? He's not a planner. Not like that. He don't plan nothing. So for him to go through all of this, right? Just so him can have a conversation with him brother to see how they can get in contact with each other. And then Levi and them come up with them own plan. Them say, hero, I don't know what this man planning, But we're going to keep them away from each other. Levi never know. Levi did not know that this man, him say, I can regenerate, you can't. At least not as quickly as me. Right? So, what him do? Him just make the thing blow up. Him never business. Him just say, oh, make it blow up. Make the thing blow up, man. Make it blow up. Him never business. But anyway, this is about people's, really? Yeah. This is about people's dislike of Eren Yeager. I know everybody consider Eren Yeager to be this great villain. You know? And I don't consider him a hero, you know. I don't consider him a hero. I don't see him as a villain that everybody make him out to be. You understand? No. You know, because he saw that there was only one way to get this thing done. And him just do it that way. No, if let's say somebody else was a founding titan, they would have found a different way. So maybe if it was Armin, would have had a different solution. There's a weird thing, because it couldn't be an Ackerman, because apparently Ackermans are already titans, and that's, you know, we kind of need a prequel that explains where the Ackerman clan come from and how they came to be, because we need that. We're gonna need that. We're gonna need that. But because they're already titans in a sense, they can never become founding titans, nor can they be titan shifters, because technically you're already a titan. You're just a titan that don't grow. You understand? It's like, so you get all the benefits of being a titan without the transformation, if that makes sense. That's what the Ackerman clan is. And that's, in fact, if you want to look on it another way, the Ackerman is like the Bomberas. The Ackerman clan, they're like the Uchihas of the Attack on Titan world. Because you notice how them just wipe them out? Because the king couldn't take no chat from them. The Ackerman them never agree with what he was on. Because that happened, you know. Him bring them over, and the Ackermans were under the impression that they were rebuilding their kingdom. Right? It's like, look, this is lost. We're going to rebuild Paradise somewhere else. So they're like, cool, we're done with that. So he lied to them. That's how him do, you know. That's how he got all of the Ackermans to roll with him. Right? And then, of course, he needed them for protection and all of that. Then, no, when he revealed to them what his real plan was, they're like, oh, hell no, we never sign up for that. And then he looked upon them and said, well, I'm the founding titan, so what you going to do? Because I can't just kill the whole out. And that's what happened. You see me? Him just say, hero, I not argue with my subjects. I not argue with Uno, I feel my place. And me name it Paradise. So him just go around and just wipe them out. Get rid of them. Because them never depend what him depend. So anyhow, that's the reason why the story ended up the way it ended up, because who else? Maybe if Armin died instead of Erwin, maybe Erwin would have a better idea. Maybe. And that's not what we got. See? It's not what we got. Now, if you want alternative tellings of the story, you can go to Turtle Quirk on YouTube and maybe he'll give you all of that. Isn't me? But yeah. This is supposed to be about why people hate Eren Yeager. Alright? Why them hate him? Them hate him because, you know, I mean, this is what's funny. Isayama himself said that that's his least favorite character. Think about that. And now that's a complete inverse of what you get with Death Note. You see that? Yeah. So Isayama's least favorite character is the protagonist. The other guy's favorite character is the protagonist of Death Note. You see how that works? And then both of these anime, if you look into it, people have a lot of controversial takes and, you know, like how they feel about the ending and that sort of thing. The anime ending for Death Note to me is garbage. I hate it. I don't care what nobody wants to say. Because what it did was it kissed Light Yagami's ass the whole way through. Like they glazed him from the beginning of the series to the end of it. Yeah, and they never even gave him a death that was something he did deserve. And he miraculously, with bullet holes in his body, find the strength to pull that door there and get out of the place. Just because they never want him to get the manga comic book ending that he really got, that he did really deserve. So you want to kill all of these people, but you yourself don't want dead. See how that go? Crazy. Why am I being attacked by the same bastard? And I swear, like, if me get my zapper, you know, I done it done for the whole of them, you know. I done it done for the whole of them, so them can go on. I try to hold my composure while I do this. Yeah, so yeah. But anyway, I know I'm rambling, but let's get back to Eren. People like to pretend that they're so wholesome. Like they're so good, they're so wonderful. Like, oh, genocide is wrong, so I would never do it. Wrong. You would absolute. What the hell? Listen, man. I can't bother with that, you know. I don't know if it's where I'm standing, but I need to be left alone. Yeah? Yeah, so it's one of them things there. Alright? Like, everybody wants to pretend that they're so good. That they're so, you know, yeah, I would never, because genocide is wrong and you can't kill so many people. Well, think about it like this. They were willing to kill all the Eldians. And his mission was to say, I'm going to protect my people. If protecting my people means that I have to show you what you are trying, because all Eren did was hold up a mirror to all of them and say to them, this is what you're trying to do to us. This is what you're trying to do to us. And then people act like Eren was overjoyed to do this. This is Eren didn't even want to live. Eren didn't even want to live after what he did. Why do you think him push everybody to the point where he's like, I'm giving you a choice, or rather, I'm trying to give you no other options but to kill me? Because what? He did not want to live after doing that. Him never want to live. Like, if at the end of the rumbling, him look at everything that him do, him would have find a way to kill himself or have somebody kill him. But he himself never wanted to live with what he did. But that's, you see, and that is why, you know, maybe this is why, hopefully I can watch this back and articulate myself even better. You know, like a dress rehearsal, you know. Yeah. But yeah, people pretentious. People act like if they were in Eren's shoes, they would have done something different. No, you wouldn't. You would not have done anything different. You would not have done it. You know, uno kill people for $5. If a man owe you 30 grand, you're ready for burn down him house. Uno petty like that, but uno want to turn around and look for Eren, who did the rumbling, and say he's an awful person because he killed 80% of humanity. If I did me, it would have been 100. Well, almost 100. It would be 100% of everybody except Eldians. And that mother do. And you know why I would do that? Because you are not going to be merciful to me. So if you're not going to be merciful to me, what reason do I have to spare any of you? But not a reason for that. There's a mixed martial arts coach who have videos where the man I put a beating upon every one of him fighters. And people in the comment section are like, oh my god, this guy is taking advantage of him fighters and this and that and that and that. And you know what the man say? Him say, I am training them for the reality of what they're going to face. Your opponent in that octagon or ring, he's trying to kill you. This is life or death. That person, you think that person gonna have mercy upon you because you're wimping, or rather you're limping and you're telegraphing your pain, and him not gonna have no mercy upon you. So I understand. It's kind of a bit much for me to actually see the reality, because most times people don't want to show that kind of footage, because like some people would look at it and say this is bullying and this and that, but the reality is you are putting them through hell so that when they have to go through it in the actual fight, it feel a little bit more normal, if that makes sense. Which is why a lot of, like, everybody can tell you, you see him Bout run till him vomit. That's why you think so much of them tell you, every professional athlete look on you and tell you say they hate training. They did it, but them never like it. Or at least all of the greats can tell you say them did hate it. Yeah? Yeah. So why I say that is that look at that man's content, by example, and how him is like him a push everybody to them limit, and him want to see how much them can do when them tired and how much them can do when them exhausted and them don't have nothing left. What you gonna do? How you gonna defend yourself under that circumstance? I gotta tell you this. It not pretty. It not look good. And a lot of times people are like, hey, you know, they even want to go as far as reporting him videos and saying how they want to have him videos taken down and them way there. Right? But then look on it. What he is doing is essentially what it's related. Because that is what the world, the nations wanted to do to the people of Paradise. They never want to have no mercy upon them. And now that Aaron flipped the script, everybody want to play victim. Like all of a sudden, these are not the same people that were cheering for the death of Eldians. You see that? So if you not going to have no mercy on me, why should I extend mercy unto you? Why? So I understand the man's philosophy, and even though it is, yes, it is cruel, but that is reality. Reality is cruel. If there's one line that I believe in Attack on Titan, it's the line that Mikasa said. This life is tragically beautiful, or it is equally beautiful as it is tragic. That I'm paraphrasing the line that she said, because she was looking at, I think she was looking at a butterfly being eaten by something else. And it's like, on one hand, life gave the butterfly the opportunity to, you know, bloom into being a butterfly. But then a creature just get up and say, yo, you're food for me. You know? A perfect example of that. One time I see a video where one goat just sit down, minding my own business. And I come out the dragon just kind of look and say, wait, you're not run? And the goat is like, come on the dragon say less. And within 30 seconds, that entire goat, the hair, the hoof, the teeth, the horns, everything gone in the whole like gone. Come on the dragon say so. Gone. Let me explain. Him never chew. You understand? Him never chew none at all. That is life. You see, we don't eat our food like that. We season it. Yeah, we kill you. We do this, we do that, we cure it. You understand? We do whole heap of preparation. We can't just get up and just raw. No, brother. We used to, but over time we get too weak. We couldn't do that again. We couldn't manage. So we did learn how to season and prepare. So we can't do like the lion them. The lion them can run down something and as them catch the food, them have to name at the same time. Otherwise them starve. So if you're looking at the words of Mikasa Ackerman from Attack on Titan, that's what she mean. Yeah, it is tragically beautiful. Yes, it is nice to look at the lion them and the tiger them in the zoo and all them something there. But guess what? Look on the reality. Look at how them have to eat. Look at how they have to eat. Them have to hunt them food. Why you think the bear them walk up to the waterfall and wait for the fish to jump up? Them wait for the fish to jump upstream. And the bear just go so. And just catch one of them and just say, hey, I eat that. And guess what? The bear is not going to season that. No seasoning. No oil. None of that. Yeah, right then and there. You eat it where you catch it. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So that is the problem with a lot of us. We're just pretentious. We feel like say we are better than Erin. And that's life outside of our reality is still not cruel. Go into the jungle then. Go into the jungle and see if you can pet one lioness. Pet one of them now and see how it go. Now go work. Even out here so. Make mistake and trouble one ant's nest. Yeah, I get bite up down. A wasp nest. Them gonna sting you up down. So in other words, if you go into an animal territory and them deal with you away, you're the victim now. You see that's just the mentality we may talk about. You can't play with the ant's nest and play with the wasp nest and the bee's nest. Or the hive. Right? You can't play with the hive and then after that when them now descend upon you now. The rumbling descends upon you. Now you want to play victim. You understand? So, I'm not upon that. Make us stop hate. Make us stop have all the excuses. And go on a tangent with. Yeah, this a man. 1Jankro man. Yeah. See? I'm not make no excuse. Make us stop hate. Make us stop have all the excuses. Because that's what people have. Them have all the excuses. Right? Like, let's look at even. Alright, look at. I'll give you 3 anime fights. Ulquiorra versus Ichigo. Ichigo never win that. Alright. Sensui versus Yusuke. Yusuke never win that. No. He was possessed. And the person that possessed him is the person that beat Sensui. That's what happened in Yu Yu Hakusho. Then you go back to Bleach. White, I don't know if it was White or a White that went berserk. I don't know, but White just said, here what? You're not fighting anymore, let me take complete control. And he just mash up Ulquiorra and say, you're not gonna mash up my king. I am the horse, he is the king. But if my king can't fight, I am fighting the whole fight for him. And then we go back to Avatar The Last Airbender. Now let me tell you something. Ozai and Aang, I have zero respect for both of them. I don't care. I don't care for Ozai. I don't find Ozai. And let me give you another thing. I don't like Aizen either. There's only one thing Aizen ever do with my respect. When him trick you back into thinking that him they kill somebody else, that was fire. I didn't rate that. But outside of that, I don't have no respect for Aizen. Aizen is a walking contrivance. I don't buy him as a villain. I never did. I don't care what nobody wants to say about that. I don't like Aang. I don't like Ozai. I don't like Aizen. I don't like none of them. I'm gonna glaze these people for what? I'm not running with popular narratives just because I don't like them. That's a phone problem. That's a your problem. I don't care. That's like me no business. I don't care. I don't care about popular narratives. I don't care about that. Me no business. And that is it. Everybody want you to say what them are saying. Me no business with that. Me no care. Yeah? Because see, them are not even an edit. No edit, you know. You see? Me pick up my dog favorite toy and I fling it about the place. I'm done with it now. I'm did I lie down. Cool. Yeah? You see how much time the fly pitch right you saw? Alright. So me I try to be a man of my word. One straight run. Yeah? But that's not the problem. Everybody want you say what they must say. Well, I must like this artist because you like him too. So what? Nobody enough to have them owner. And that's our problem. When you come in like AI. Everybody need to write the same thing. Everybody need to say the same thing. No. I don't agree with that. I never agree to that. I never sign up for that. Oh, you want me to I'm an Ackerman. And the king tell me say I must accept them coming over here to take the Titans with them farm and make the Titan them kill off the whole away. Yeah, let the Titans eat us all. You know, there's a reason why I talk about this. What would happen if a pure Titan ate an Ackerman? What would happen? That's never happened. It never happened to Kenny. It never happened to Levi. It never happened to Mikasa. So we have no idea. Anyway, you get to me answer, right? Cool. I think you get it. I think you do. Let me apologize for the the awkwardness. Yeah, I switch from right to left and left to right and all these things, yeah. So anyway, why not? Look at MMA, look at anime. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? So that way at least when I watch this back, I can say, okay, when it comes to MMA, I'll talk about this. When it comes to anime, I'll talk about this. So I get like a practice. I want like a practice run so that, you know, if anybody take offense to me, I say, man, business. I don't care. I already told you. I already told you I don't care. I don't like Aizen. Walking contrivance. Doflamingo is a better villain to me than Aizen will ever be. And I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care. And I'm saying that as somebody that out of the big three, I consider One Piece the weakest. It was this close to being great. This close. But it do enough to kind of take itself out of the conversation there for me. And that's another thing. You're not gonna get me to say that One Piece is the greatest anime ever if it don't like, it's not better than Yu Yu Hakusho. It's just not. Yu Yu Hakusho doesn't have me wondering what's going on. You understand? It doesn't. Like, I look forward to every episode. Even when nothing is happening, the nothing that is happening is interesting. The problem is there's too much nothing that goes on. And for an adventure anime, there's not a lot of adventure going on. Like, what's going on? Like, how is this supposed to be an adventure anime and be very little? Like, I've seen more adventure in Full Metal Alchemist than I've seen in One Piece. And that's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things where them focus on versus what they should. Come on. I'm still having a good time. I'm still having a good time. But I can't call it a 10 out of 10. I'm not going to do that. What? Because of popularity? I must agree with you to go viral. I won't. I won't do it. I won't. Thank God for Trafalgar Law. Thank God for because if it wasn't for Trafalgar Law, Luffy and Zoro would have endangered everybody right there. So Trafalgar Law pulled a switch and made Caesar Clown think that he had Captain Smoker's heart. But in reality, it was Monet's heart. And then when the place at Trafalgar save everybody, you know. If Trafalgar never did that, everybody would have blown up. Everybody, every Jackman would have dead in that. Trafalgar Law is a character that One Piece needed. Because if you leave it up to the Straw Hats, everybody dead. Thank God for Trafalgar Law. This is what nobody wants to say. Trafalgar Law are the GOAT for life. I don't care what nobody wants to say. Thank God for him. You understand? Because him is the one character that knows what needs to be done and gets it done. Because if Zoro had done his job, Money wouldn't be in front of the device for blow up the whole of building. All you had to do was be a man and cut our throat. But no, this is One Piece. This is anime for kids. Bitch. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. As much as I rate Zoro, you was wrong for that, bro. You was wrong. You should have killed the woman, bro. Kill her. Don't be like Sanji. Oh, I don't hit women. Bitch. Annoying. Annoying. I don't care, bro. I don't care. Me no business. I don't care. This the whole unfiltered section. Me no care. Me no response. Me no business. Take offense. Take offense, man. Take offense. Can watch it. You think Garp would have make that happen? Garp no business, you know? Garp will thump a hole in your body and left you there for stink. And this is an admiral. This is somebody that's supposed to be a wholesome individual. No, him is a marine and him don't care. If you gave him that assignment to kill Money, should have dead. Should now know where I go. No living. If it was up to him to get Caesar Clown would have been put down. There are certain people you don't play with, and Garp is one of them. Garp nearly sunk the Thousand Sunny before it even get a chance to explore the sea. Put that in perspective. Him nearly get rid of it from day one. And so if you go do that to your family, what you go do to your enemies? What will you do to your that's why people rate Garp, and that's why people rate Trafalgar Law. Cause them man they do what needs to be done. Cause Luffy did this boom. And then after that, you don't go over there and finish the job. You don't go over there and continue. Okay. So I'm going to say this. What Roger Jackson did to that man was wrong. Cool? That was wrong. But this is a moment where what Luffy should have done is what Roger Jackson did. You see? You see how we come back full circle? Yeah. What Roger Jackson did was wrong. But that's what Luffy should have done to Caesar Clown. And then you put on the sea prism cuffs on him and you bring him out there. Because if you had beat him within an inch of his life, he wouldn't have the strength to stab no heart. And thank God for Trafalgar Law because of Luffy's ineptitude. If Trafalgar never switched the heart them and make him stab Money heart instead of Captain Smoker, because we could have lose Captain Smoker all because of Luffy's incompetence. And then this is where you want me rate the Straw Hat them? No, Bridging. Me rate them to a point. Not all the way. No, Bridging. No. Them have wrong mentality. In a world that is filled with so much evil. Them too pure-hearted. Nah, brother. No, you need little evil in there. God no, you can't survive the new world, brother. Look how much time them nearly dead in front of Kizaru them and the pacifista them. All because you have the heart of a bitch. And you still have it. Kill money and permanently get rid of Caesar Clown. You never have to kill him, but beat him so that him can't move. But you do one attack and that's it. You don't go and check on the body, no? Alright. And thanks to that, the whole facility nearly went up in smoke with all of you. Thank God for Trafalgar Law. Cool. And I said nothing else. Trafalgar Law the boss. That's probably one of the only characters them when I'm rating at that show they like that. Gangster. Do what needs to be done. Cool. That's what I talk about. It's cool. So, you have to know when to give mercy and when to just say, No, you don't deserve it. No. How many things am I? How much do I have to contend with, man? So yeah. So we're not do that. We're not gonna pretend like even alright, even Light Yagami. Why do I hate Light Yagami? Because Light Yagami is representative of people in real life that do these things. You have monsters that get away with molesting your kids, with stalking women and ruining them reputation, and because you can't get the front from them, you ruin them life and you sabotage them career and you do all kind of things. You prey upon them picnic and all kind of something. But because you have your money and because you're popular and them way there and because people like you, people give you a pass. Just like what them do with Roger Jackson, because he's the son of Rampage, people are trying to give him a pass for what him do. When if it was anybody else, him would have there a prison already. So then when people talk, now when Rampage want to get to and talk about racism, it's like, no brother, your son is black and he did something that if he did that to a white person, and he's not in jail. So you see, it's not about race. It's about what? Privilege, prestige, status. If you were just a regular black man with no status, your son would have get locked up a long time. Think about that. See? And that is what Light Yagami represent. Light Yagami he's a sweetheart. Him have the best grades. Him look good. Him popular with he's popular. Him popular with the women as well. Charismatic. What is there not to what's not to love? And that is why I hate him. I hate him because all of that is camouflage for the evil that him really is. And Uno still glaze him. So in other words, so wait. You hate Eren Yeager, but you love Light Yagami? Uno sick. I could never rate Light Yagami for no reason at all. And then a lot of people want to act like he's intellectually as competent as L. No. I wouldn't even put Light Yagami near Raymond Reddington. Raymond Reddington would have catch him all by himself. Raymond, you think you can put Light Yagami versus Raymond Reddington? Put Raymond Reddington in Death Note and see how fast the man make him write him own a name. He would have make Light Yagami write him own a name in the Death Note. He would have trick him. What I talk about? There's so many people that overestimate Light Yagami's intelligence. Him fool. This is a clown. The amount of respect that people gave him just because he's the mangaka's favorite character. And don't get me wrong, he's a well-written character. Because of his arrogance, because of his hubris and all of these things, he overestimates how good he really is. Because he's not that goddamn intelligent. He's not. He isn't. You know? No. And then no, you have to blame L, because L could have beat him. L could have beat him, but guess what? L was stubborn. All L had to do was say, you know what, cool. Just be a little bit more passive, you know. Do enough push and pull. Do enough push and pull. Say that you suspect him, and then after I say, maybe not. Say that you suspect him and say, alright, maybe not. And you keep playing that game. And what you do is, all you do is, you pretend that you don't suspect him, so that him let go him guard, and then you don't tell anybody anything. You just go and investigate him without him. And then the thing about it is, even if him suspect that, oh, but somebody's still watching me. Oh, you're gonna know that. Oh, you're gonna know that. As a matter of fact, there are so many ways that L could have win this shit. L could have win, you know. If you have a shadow for every shadow that you have, use one person to shadow him and use some other remote ways of shadowing that shadow. And if something happens to each of those persons, then you have everything that you need. Because why is it that every person that investigate one person always dead? Mysteriously too. Like somebody looks into you, them dead. Another person look into you, them dead. Another person looking. Is a coincidence? That's all L had to do. Pattern recognition. Simple. And guess what? Let's just call a spade a spade. Think about it like when you watch UFC. It is much better to look at the person who deserves to win and not give them the title, so that you have enough rage and a public outcry so that you can get back the immediate rematch. That's all Death Note was. Because everybody knew that Light did not deserve to win that. Light never deserved to win. However, it's more controversial to have him win. It made more sense to have Light Yagami win that one than it was. Because if L win, then what? You understand? It kind of puts an end to the show either way. Because if L were to win, who else would be in possession of the Death Note to cause all of that carnage? You wouldn't have a replacement. I mean, what's your name again? Misa? Yeah, no. Not she. She's not smart enough for that. Alright? So it made sense to have Light win. As upsetting as it was, it made sense. Alright. So yeah, you know, make us stop H.A.T.E and go to 1Jankro, you know? Yeah. So that's been an hour so far. An hour so far. Let's see how much more we can do. Let's see.